Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we unpack the secrets buried within corporate filings. Get ready because today we're diving into a report that looks like a bit of a shake-up at CareCloud. And by shake-up I mean their accounting team is going through a bit of a musical chairs situation. So what's going on with CareCloud Inc. and why are they filing a current report with the SEC? Well, this is like a company's urgent news bulletin board. They have to tell the world about important things happening right away, and today's news definitely qualifies. The big event here happened around August of 2025. This isn't a quarterly check-in, this is about something that just occurred, and they need to report it pronto. Let's quickly look at what's registered with the SEC. CareCloud has its common stock listed on the Nasdaq Global Market under the ticker CCLD. They also have a special type of preferred stock, the Series B Cumulative Redeemable Perpetual Preferred Stock, trading under CCLDO. This means their shares are publicly bought and sold on a major exchange, which is why these filings are so important for investors. Now here comes the main story of this filing. It all boils down to a change in their main accountants. Think of your accountant as the guardian of your company's financial integrity. They're the ones who check all the numbers and say if they look right. The company's longtime accountants, Rosenberg, Rich Baker Berman, or RBB for short, have resigned. And the reason they give is pretty interesting. They say they don't have enough staff to do a certain type of audit, specifically something called a SOX Section 404B attestation. What does that mean in plain English? Well, after some corporate scandals years ago, laws were put in place, especially through something called the Sarbanes-Oxley Act, or SOX for short, to make companies and their accountants more responsible for their financial reporting. Section 4 Act, for but short, to make companies and their accountants more responsible for their financial reporting. Section 404 of IT is a part of this that requires audits of a company's internal controls over financial reporting, especially for companies with a certain amount of public stock available for trading. It's a pretty serious check to make sure a company isn't cooking the books, and Sarbanes-Oxley Act, or SOX for short, to make companies internal controls over financial reporting, especially for companies internal controls over financial reporting. Especially for million 2025, they can't handle that extra more intense level. It's important to note that the company states there were no arguments or disagreements about how their finances were reported with RRBB. This is a good sign. It suggests the departure wasn't due to any hidden problems or disputes over accounting. Also, there weren't any reportable events. This is another technical term, but basically it means no unusual red flags were raised by RBB that would signal serious financial issues or accounting missteps. CareCloud then asked their old accountants to confirm that everything they just stated is true. This is standard practice to ensure accuracy and transparency. But as proof of this, the filing includes a letter from RBB, conveniently dated August 15th, essentially agreeing with CareCloud's account of their resignation. This letter is filed publicly so everyone can see it. But it's not all about people leaving. The company isn't staying without an auditor for long. They've already appointed a new firm, Tanner LLC. This appointment is effective for their upcoming financial reporting periods, starting with the quarter ending September 30th, 2025, and their full year ending December 31 and Team B5. CareCloud also confirmed that they haven't consulted with Tanner on any tricky accounting questions or received any advice from them that was a deciding factor in their financial decisions before hiring them. This means Tanner is coming in fresh without any pre-existing influence or prejudgment on CareCloud's financial situation. This includes the crucial letter from RRBB we just talked about. And there's also a cover page with interactive data, which is how regulators like to receive these filings nowadays, making them easier to process and analyze. And to wrap it all up, we have the signatures. Here, we see Norman Roth, who is currently serving as the Interim Chief Financial Officer and Corporate Controller, signing off on this report. This tells us that even with an interim CFO, the company is maintaining its reporting compliance. The date of the signature is August 15th, 2025, the day after the resignation and appointment were officially reported. So what's my take on all this for CareCloud? The change in auditors, while sometimes a cause for concern, doesn't seem to be rooted in any major financial disagreements here. RBB's reason for leaving, citing staffing issues due to CareCloud growing past a certain public float threshold, sounds like a capacity problem on their end rather than a reflection of CareCloud's financial health, or practices being problematic. It's like a gym trainer closing their small practice because too many clients signed up and they can't handle the volume, not because their clients are unhealthy. The immediate appointment of a new reputable firm like Tanner LLC suggests that CareCloud is proactively managing this transition to ensure continuous oversight and compliance. While it might cause a brief pause for investors, the lack of disclosed disagreements is a positive. The key will be how well Tanner LLC integrates and audits CareCloud's financials in the coming quarters, especially with that increased scrutiny that comes from having a larger public float. It signals growth but also financials in the coming quarters, especially with that increased scrutiny that comes from having a larger public float. It signals growth but also ensure robust financials in the coming... Alright, that's our deep dive into CareCloud's latest filing. What's your take on this auditor change and what it might mean for the company's future financial reporting? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe to Corporate Decoder for more essential insights into the world of business and finance. Don't forget to join our Discord community linked in the description for more discussions. Thanks for watching and we'll see you in the next video.